What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about 3 stocks that could have a very strong likelihood of a squeeze this upcoming week. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So kicking it off, the reason why I'm selecting a lot of these stocks is because of some of the economic data that is coming out this week. And in this week particularly though, there's a lot of economic data that's associated to consumers. Starting off with Wednesday, there is non-farm payroll, as you can see, ADP non-farm employment change. On Friday is that non-farm payroll. So 2 very big indicators for consumers. So in general, if those are positive, that might kind of wipe the whole rumors of a big recession coming, at least in the short term. So giving a lot of these stocks that have a good fundamental base that could squeeze, possibly to squeeze. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know, like I said. But starting off, these aren't in any particular order by any means, but the first one is Clean Inc. Ticker is CLNN. Currently $1.20 year to date, up 26%. And as I said in the past, that's a very good indication by seeing that it's a true growth stock. Year to date, or 1 year, down roughly about 58%, give or take. And in general though, it's not the business model, because to be fully honest, I know this is very much consumer related, but I selected this because of the fundamentals. So short score is currently 82, utilization is 100%, and I want to draw your attention to this. So percentage free float on loan is 10 or almost 11%, so 10.52. Estimated short interest right now is 11.27. So once again, a very good indication that there is in fact naked shorting that is happening. So if you couple that with, for instance, a lot of this other information such as right here, so 11.12% is a short interest, 2.88 million shares is in fact being shorted. That is very, very high. And for instance, even cost to borrow with Interactive Brokers, the market is closed, so it's not really showing anything right now, but under Interactive Brokers, you can see it's around 70%. And usually Interactive Brokers is around the average. So once again, I think this is a very good likelihood of a squeeze this week if there is some good data that does come out. Moving on from that though, I want to talk on Beyond Meat. So Beyond Meat I've touched on a couple times in the past. So over Friday alone was up almost about 6%. And then year over year, down roughly about 56%. Year to date, up 52%. So very much true growth stock. But once again, it's the fundamentals of Beyond Meat. So short score is currently 94, utilization is 100%. And as far as this though, so as you can see right here, 38.99% of the free float is in fact being shorted. 22.77 million shares overall being shorted, and the cost to borrow here is actually showing up for once, but 271.72%, very, very high. So behind the scenes, Beyond Meat has absolutely everything to have a very, very good squeeze. And of course, as I've mentioned already like 2 times, consumer data would very much impact Beyond Meat. So again, goes a very perfect correlation for a very good squeeze. And finally, my last one that I'm going to be picking is Mullen. So I actually do quite a lot of Mullen content, but right now they actually do have a very good catalyst that is coming up this week that really could prompt a squeeze. So Friday alone, it was up roughly about 2.5%. 1 year down almost 80%, year over or year to date down roughly about 33 or 32%, sorry. So I think in general, this is a very different growth stock per se, because there's a lot of negative things that have been happening to it. And unfortunately, shorts have been there to very much just take advantage of it. So I'll give you a quick update as far as what shorts are doing with Mullen. So short score is currently 71, utilization is 100%. Of the free float, 16.23 is being loaned. So keep that in mind, right? So 16.23 versus the actual estimated short interest right now is almost 11%, give or take. So very, very high. And once again, it's still on the threshold list. So I don't know if that's going to amount to anything, because it is technically past the 13 days. But still, if something happens as a result of that, then so be it. Currently though, 163.02 million shares are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is almost around 16%. But like I said, on paper, this has a very good likelihood of a squeeze. And of course, if the data coming out is positive, this will kind of boost it. But more specifically, this operational wise is having a very good update. So for instance, on March the 9th between 2 and 2:45, they are going to be presenting during Work Truck Week, and they might be talking and unveiling a new product. So potentially very, very high likelihood of a squeeze in this one. So once again, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my content, want to support the channel, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. Actually, on a side note, if there's any other stock out there that you feel is going to squeeze, give it a shout out in the comments below. Definitely take a look at it as well and maybe do a quick analysis video on that. So definitely throw some tickers in the comments below. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on whatever stock that is out there.